All right. This is week 6 discussion on white privilege, and I'm going to jump right into it. White privilege seminar sparks a controversy on Notre Dame's campus. Um, then it says suggest why some of the people interviewed may have reacted negatively to the name of the course and the course description. I think the number one reason why someone would act this way or react this way is because of fear. And um, not all fear is bad fear, but I think the fear of causing or bringing negative attention to the university or negative attention to, perhaps a friend or someone that they may know who may sign up for this course. I wasn't able to, I tried to click on the course description, but the page was unavailable. But from the description of what the professor was intending for the course to be, I don't think that it would have been a bad course. I honestly think that something like this is needed, especially for students and individuals who come from an affluent background, and also for people who don't come from those backgrounds, because you get a perspective. I mean, you may know that you don't, you're not privileged, but the psychology or the sociology around why you came up with your conclusion or your thoughts is something in and of itself. So I think the number one reason why they reacted the way they did is because of fear, and I don't think that the course would have flared anything else other than fear of what somebody might say, or fear what somebody or how somebody might feel. At the end of the day, does feeling really overtake the need to make sure that people are educated? And when people aren't educated, they operate in fear. So I think the reason why they reacted the way they did negatively to it is because of fear. Take a position on whether you would keep or change the course name. Absolutely, I would keep it. I am a controversial person already. I also teach. I'm an instructor at a community college here in Virginia, and there is a chapter on diversity. And so something like this would really shake up a suburban. Um, I think our white population here at our campus is at about 92%. And so something like this would really shake up, but it also will create great dialogue. And that's what you need. If people aren't talking about it, then it's not relevant. If people aren't talking about it, then change can't happen. So absolutely, I would keep the course the way it is. I won't change the name, won't change anything. And another reason is because um, if you don't talk about the hard topics, if you don't discuss or dive into things that can really change people's opinions and the people's feelings about certain things, then we're going back into a continuous circle of going around and around and around, and nothing is getting resolved. So, keeping the name, keeping the course description, and offering the information like the professor is doing, I think it is great. Um, Whether or not you would choose, oof, I think I would be the professor because I have experience, but then teaching something like this would cause me to have to dive in more and not just operate off of experience. Experience is the best teacher. However, you need experience with notable facts and notable details. So I would be the professor just because I would want to make sure that both sides are being heard. And I've learned ever since in my undergrad that you always want to play the devil's advocate. I was a poli sci major, and my concentration was law, and so I always had to play devil's advocate. And I believe the way to be effective is to make sure that both sides are being understood, and not have any bias. That's another thing. So I would be the professor. So I will be doing another video to answer some of my colleagues, responding back to my colleagues, their posts. So, yeah.